Viking quest, with axes of bronze and an empty chest, to reclaim their loot and face certain death, set sail one foggy morning. The winds were fierce and the waters rough, but the ship was fast and men were tough. They ventured out, calling danger's bluff, ignoring every warning. Eric the Long and Balaki the Strong thought they returned, but they were wrong. They met their fate in a swampy fog, so we sing this song of mourning. Hey! Through the night they reached a murky haze, greeted by evil with a cold dead gaze. Body and soul soon parted ways in a death gruesome and gory. A forgotten game where their bodies lay. Never again will Eric play. On enshrouded we'll find glory. Eric the Long and Balaki the Strong thought they returned, but they were wrong. They met their fate in a swampy fog, so we sing this song of mourning. Through the night they reached a murky haze, greeted by evil with a cold dead gaze. Body and soul soon parted ways in a death gruesome and gory. A forgotten game where their bodies lay. Never again will Eric play. On enshrouded we'll find glory.
All right, we are back. Been a while since we had Enshrouded. I have shaved my face. The beard is gone, at least for a little while. It is what it is. Really, I'm really thinking about shaving the sides of my hair again. Go back with the mohawk. Get the old chat going. Okie dokie. What up? How goes it? How was your Fortnite session? Right. So, we'll update on the Pepsi situation. I have an interview at 1:30 on Wednesday. No, first interview, but, I mean, they've already got 2 rounds of information from me, so I kind of bypassed the first interview by showing up unexpectedly the last week. Because normally the first interview is basically they eyeball you as you walk through the door and hand you a packet of paper to fill out, even though you already filled out the paper. It's one of those, like, they want to see how much bullshit you'll put up with to get the job. They're making you fill out on paper shit that you already filled out on the online application. So at this point, I've filled out their application twice for the same, you know, on paper and online, and sent them my resume twice. So I don't know. I think this is just part of their hiring process to see if it to deter people that don't actually want the job. So let me reacclimate myself. Journal. Okay. I still gotta finish the last 2 finding fossils The Hollow Hall's artifacts. I have to build my own Cyclops, apparently. I got 2 of the music sheets in Albaneve. It's a bunch of stuff we've already done, but I need to be the one to do it. Oh, shit. Okay. We might not be playing, we might not be playing Enshrouded if they don't get their shit together. Huh. And all your settings are on the same they were. Your server's not even coming up, so it completely crashed. Well, try it again. At 1 o'clock, I'm doing another treadmill stream. I got 360 diamonds yesterday on TikTok, which equates to about $1.80. But I streamed for about an hour and 50 minutes and did 12 miles. Can you still hear me? Well, it doesn't appear to crash when I'm moving around. It is a little laggy. Alright, let's run these backwards. Hidden crafting recipes in Blackmire. There are 5 total. Okay, so there is 1 recipe I haven't found yet in Blackmire. I'm wearing all my winter clothes, running up in the jungle. Where am I going? Hidden temple. Hidden temple. Temple. Hidden temple. Custom. This one's named different. It says Hidden Hollow Tomb. Let's try... I have a custom marker here. Let's try that first. There's a whole ass bug attacking me while I'm in the Why? Yikes. So, it hasn't crashed so far. Alright. Doesn't appear to be a recipe here. I have one missing crafting recipe from Blackmire. That's what I'm working on right now. Well, I'll tell you what, my calves are still burning from yesterday. I did 12 miles, averaging 6.5 miles per hour. The words of Gary Oldman. What the hell am I supposed to do with an empty crate? Something else. Got Fireball 2 loaded. Fucking Shroud Root? What the hell? This ain't even on the map. Bro, that's loud. What the hell is this supposed to be? It ain't even on the map. Have babooms? Have a baboom. Huh. Nothing. Or nothing. I should take those. Copper ore. I can't believe they would put this here and just not have anything else here. Like, it's a pit lined with brick, but it's not on the map. Oh no, either. Right? Well, do you think that maybe Have you looked on the forums to see if the baby dragon was the last thing we, like... Okay, do you think that maybe, like, there's some stuff that didn't unlock because the dragon glitched? I kind of think we should go fight him again. What? Right. But yeah, I'm probably gonna play this or Valheim every Monday to give myself a break from Fortnite. I don't know what that is. Oh, gotcha. I think there needs to be a zero build mode where it's in first person. Because I know a lot of the people that are sweats in the game will be fucking absolutely shit on if it's in first person. Stop. Nope, there's the red line. Fuck. Alright. That means I gotta go up to get around this. I have figured something out about cat food, Eric. The more expensive the cat food, the more their shit stinks. Starting to get on my nerves. There's the red line. Do I have to get all the way up there? Fuck me. Nope. Alright, there's the marker. Location below. What? What? It's a custom marker that I made, so how can it be below me? Make any fucking sense. Take the marker out. Move marker. Waypoint. Close the map. Alright. Did I just use it to mark the corner red? Yeah, they're a small dev team, and I think they're hesitant to hire more people. And that's why they haven't had a release yet. I know, man. Like, they might even be getting stifled by other aspects of the industry, too. There might be, you know, there could be any number of problems with them furthering the game. Anything from, like, what do you call it? Conflict of interest. So some of their dev team might not only exclusively work for them. I don't think it'll collapse because it's a great game and it has a pretty big following already, so I just think they need to fucking get on it. They're gonna lose out on a ton of players. How do I get up? That is the question. How do I get up there? Whatever I'm looking for it appears it's going to be right up there. I just have to figure out how to get up that high. If I have to use a pickaxe, I guess I will. Do you see the thing about Mel Gibson's house? Mel Gibson's house burned down while he was in Austin recording an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. That's rough. My favorite video so far, though, is this guy visits a couple days after his house burned down. His whole neighborhood burned down. This guy visits, and he gets to the gate on his property, and the dog had been living in the rubble since the fire. And the dog runs up to the gate, and the guy just breaks down. Because he thought he had lost his dog in the fire. Damn. Yep, your algorithm's a little different than mine. Mine has been a mix of 90% complete destruction and 10% happy moments. Get up there, get up there. Alright. To the top. If I get all the way up here and there's nothing up here, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Forest beat. Oh. Quest updated. Ramon's writing. Dark out here. Made it up here. Does not appear to be anything. I can fly to where I need to be. That looks like a big old dead tree. That looks like something I probably want to check out. Glowing. You guys got any other plans for today? So, Maya confirmed that they are out of e-learning days, and from here on out, they just add them to the end of the school year. Well, see, that's the thing. I just went ahead and deleted my whole post because it was, but well, right. Well, here's the thing. Like, once I realized that not everybody commenting was on a level playing field, I was like, I'm just gonna delete the post because to ask me what the city has to do with it when we're talking about county roads, the county has a responsibility to the students in that county. Okay? That's why they do things in districts. So the county highway department has a responsibility to the school districts. Okay? Regardless of what the city does. But how those things get addressed is in city council meetings. So, you know, Jefferson County doesn't really have town hall meetings, right? All of that gets addressed in Mount Vernon City Council meetings. So I understand not everybody knows the ins and outs of how that thing, how stuff like that works, and I don't fully understand it, because if I did, I'd have a better answer for why this shit's not getting dealt with. But there's a huge difference between the roads not getting cleared around Shawneetown and the roads not getting cleared in a city of 15,000 people. It's a fucking money issue is what it is. Like, on the outskirts of Evansville, that's okay, but that's another thing. Mount Vernon didn't get it as bad as anywhere else. Ours is fluffy snow. We don't have sheets of ice. Like, the county roads might still be bad. I drove a bunch of them all week this week just to check them out. And my fucking all-wheel drive, obviously, is going to do better than some vehicles. But if my all-wheel drive terrain can make it through these, like, me and Maya drove down country roads on the other side of Woodlawn yesterday. And did just fine. No sliding around, like, unless I wanted to. You know, I had to make it slide to get the car to slide. Well, I understand that, but the terrain is also not sitting high like a truck. So if I slide off into the ditch, I'm gonna have a harder time getting out than, you know, an all-wheel drive that's 8 inches off the ground. Right? My terrain sits at car height. So maybe a little higher than car height, but I just don't understand. If it is because the roads are bad, they need to address that in the next budgeting meeting. Because they never did this shit when I was in school. Not for like fucking 30-day a full month for Christmas break because of snow on the roads. They never did that shit when I was in school. I went to school here all my life except for 4th grade. And we had a snowstorm when I was in 4th grade that didn't stop school. When I went to field school in 7th grade, the bus driver had to stop on the way to school, and 6 of us boys got up out of the bus and wrapped a chain around a fucking tree that was laying across the road in the snow so that the bus driver could pull the fucking tree out of the road and we continued on to school. And then we got to school, and when it was time for recess, our fucking teacher sent us outside in 3 inches of snow. Because field school is full of a bunch of fucking old school assholes that didn't know how to treat children. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about liability. Like that's the thing. You know, I don't blame them. Right. Well, this is what I'm saying. I went to Bethel in 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th grade. Okay? And they never called off school. Any of the years that I went to Bethel. Never called off school for anything. Like, they could say that there's going to be tornado weather tomorrow, and they'd still send us to school. Right? I got kicked off the bus. I got kicked off the bus in, like, right at the start of 3rd grade because I carved my initials into the back of a leather seat. Or, not leather, but I carved my initials into the back of a bus seat, like the end of the upholstery, with a fucking utility knife that they sold me at Sharps on Veterans. Like, I went in there to buy a bunch of candy and shit, and I had money left over, so I bought a utility knife. I was in 3rd grade, and they sold me a utility knife. But anyway, so yeah, I got banned from the bus system for a long time from that. So it was on me to ride my bike or walk to school, and it was only like, I want to say it was like a mile and a half. It wasn't bad. Wherever I was on 148 and like Waltonville Road, so it's probably about a mile and a half, and it was a pretty much straight shot. The only dangerous part was having to cross 148 on foot or on bicycle, but it's not as bad as once you get out of town. Like, we were still in town. So I cross over in front of where Illinois Electric or Mount Vernon Electric used to be. I'd cross over there and go down, what's it called? Black, I don't know, whatever the fucking road is called. That takes you all the way to Bethel School. So, I mean, it wasn't bad. But it didn't matter what the fucking weather was. I had to go. Right. 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 I will say this. Um, Bethel School has always had problems like that where they're an outdated traditional school. And they need to get with the program when it comes to, you know, new methods of running a school. But they never will because their appeal is to parents that want that K through 8 environment. The old school way of doing things. I mean, I liked it. That's the only school I ever went to where I had friends. Right. I hated field. Well, see, that my experience. You went a little after I did, so they might have changed things a little bit once you got there. But when I went to field, and I was only there for 7th grade. It's right after my parents' divorce. And when I went to field, they looked at me like I was a fucking plague. And because they don't give a fuck about your intellectual ability there, or your scholastic ability. All they had was sports when I went there. So they did not give a fuck. I was an exceptional student, you know. They they did not give a fuck. They didn't give me any there was no extracurriculars for being smart. Right? Yeah, see, like there was nothing like that offered to me at field. And in fact, in in fact, my experience at field is what kind of started to break me as a student. Because when I got to Mount Vernon, the high school, Casey was just fine, right? I did fine at Casey, and then all of my problems at Casey were with other students. But by the time I got to high school, I just basically well, fuck it, because the teacher, I realized as I got older that most of your teachers do not give a fuck about you as a person. They're just there to do their job and go home. At where? I don't know. I had Ryan Swan. No, Greg Swan. It was Lieutenant... No, it was Ryan Swan. Lieutenant Swan was our teacher, and he's the one that sent us out into the fucking 3 inches of snow on recess. Oh shit. Yeah, none of that was offered to me. Well, that's the thing here, like the scholastic extracurricular programs are missing out too. So that's the only fucking school I've ever been to that didn't offer me anything like that. They still get your transcripts. Like they just yeah. What it really amounted to is my mom thought she was doing me a favor by moving me out of town after the divorce, and all it did was make shit harder. Because what she did, like, after their divorce is when I started having problems in school. So the second half of 6th grade, they put me in Mount Vernon Baptist Temple, And that was an absolute shit show, because if you weren't part of their little fucking Baptist clique, then you were ostracized from everyone else. And I had a fucking knife put to my throat. I got knocked out cold during recess one day, and they denied everything. And we were supposed to be playing flag football, and I got knocked out cold by this kid named Chad who clotheslined me. And they didn't call my mom till the end of the day to let her know what happened. So, yeah, that's basically my experience at Mount Vernon Baptist Temple. So, instead of putting me back in fucking Bethel, you know, where I should have stayed the whole time, she moved me out to Field, where I had no friends and knew nobody. There's also a problem with, like, when we came back from Centralia after 4th grade, we had money. Mom had finished her RN, or was finishing her RN. Dad had steady work, so we were pulling down like $90K a year take home as a family. And we had a house with the in-ground pool, and I showed up for school for picture day with a leather jacket and a gold chain, an earring, and all that shit. And it's just like, most of my friends were poor, so they resented me. I wouldn't say throwing it in their face. I would say, like, we were the ones constantly having people over, and we had it, you know, I'm showing people the new video games and all that shit. But, you know, I never made fun of anybody for being poor. I wanted so bad to fit in that I basically became a compulsive liar, and then not even lying sometimes just embellishing the truth. Bruh. Yeehaw. Okay. Alright. Appreciate it. Alright. Okie dokie. Oh. Of course. Offload some weapons. Level 5. Salvage that. Appears to be about it. Salvage it. Huh. Dokie. Can't open it with a lockpick. So, what do we do? Got plenty of these. Okay, that was uneventful. So I guess that's how you get there without blowing a hole in the wall. Fucking break. All the way to the bottom. No. How do we get up there? Quite puzzling. God damn it. You're kidding me. Girl Scout cookies. Done. Not much time left before it kicks me off. What we got? Appreciate it. Thanks for the share. Alright. Little Lego dude, go check out his channel on YouTube. There's gotta be something up there. Gotta figure out how to get to it. I'm just gonna build a staircase. Whole castle's made of flintstone. That's weird. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to do my fun run stream on TikTok. I got 6.5 miles to go today. Up to 10, and then we carry over anything over 10 to the next day. Made it up here and there's nothing. That's disappointing. I don't see anything in Glenwood's End on journals. They're all Embervale. Hollow Halls artifacts. They're all Albaneve. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing left for me to do. Let's do that first. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. We'll be back on later. after I do my fun run stream. We'll be on later tonight, probably after dinner. With some more Enshrouded, possibly, maybe some Fortnite. I don't know. Maybe. Just maybe.
Be wary, friend, as you take that leap, lest your body lay in a bloody heap. Control of your glider you must keep. Now ride the wind and soar, staring into the abyss, with heart stuck in your throat. Have your wings ready and steady your hands, and across to safety you will float. When grappling hooks fail and you're falling fast, have your glider ready to sail, or this jump may be your last. Be wary, friend, as you take that leap, lest your body lay in a bloody heap.